Well, it's hard to believe that it's been more than 1 month since we last saw Oregon State football take the field, but that all changes tomorrow when the Beavs take on Notre Dame in the Sun Bowl. In coverage sponsored by Rife's Home Furniture and Mattress, KEZI 9 sports reporter Brett Taylor is joining us live from El Paso, Texas tonight to explain why the Beavers can't wait to face an opponent that's not themselves in practice. Brett, tell us more.
Well, Ariel, as you can imagine, facing off against your own teammates week after week after week for almost more than a month might get pretty old when there's been no games in between. And that's exactly what interim head coach Kefense Hinson told me earlier this morning. They're just ready to face an opponent on the field, and that's exactly what they'll get come tomorrow afternoon when they face off against a stout Notre Dame defense that can frankly hit Oregon State right back in the mouth. Now, over this last month, this has been a great opportunity for this Beaver squad to rest up and get healthy, but there is some concern that this team may come out a little bit rusty when they take the field on Friday afternoon, and they may get off to a slow start. Now, over these last several weeks, Coach Hinson told me that they've been trying to replicate that game-like speed and atmosphere to try and get these players prepared for this big game against the Fighting Irish, but it's really hard to kind of replicate those things. So he told me that it's all really going to come down to these players preparing themselves and taking this game as if it's a Week 13 game instead of a Week 1 game.
You just kind of design practice that way. You kind of get them moving fast, right, to start practice, to try to simulate that. But again, I don't know that you can simulate that. You just kind of trust that you got enough veteran guys that have been through it enough to kind of know. And that's something we've talked about, just making sure this is game 13, not game 1, in terms of our execution to start.
Now, still to come on KEZI 9 News at 6:30, we'll hear more from Coach Hinson and why he has a lot of confidence right now in the Beavers' newest starting quarterback in Ben Goldbranson and his ability to be able to lead this offense when the Beavers take the field on Friday afternoon. But for now, reporting live in El Paso, in our coverage sponsored by Rife's Home Furniture and Mattress, Brett Taylor, KEZI 9 Sports.